Once usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Black Knights will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mids offense will have the football first. The Midshipmen sailed easily past Army the last time these two got together.
I just think back to last year's game. Great individual effort from Navy. So many long touchdowns. Guys able to break tackles, and the Black Knights were just seemingly never able to recover from that. They've got to do a better job of limiting the explosive plays.
Limiting the plays, yes, but this is a game about players. Like, who is the players that's going to make the big plays? They're so similar in everything they do, offense, defense, special teams. Which big-time players can step up maybe for Army and change the outcome from last year?
Here comes the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a three-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. On the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Navy will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. So the Army Black Knights offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Running back searching for a hole. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. Let's look at the big picture for Army. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45 a lot of times. So many people close together, so earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Breaks free in the middle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Army!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Leonard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Navy will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense wants to bring the heat. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
Makes the catch. It's Hodges. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. Wants to return it. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Black Knights!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Leonard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Sticks it in his belly. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
To the air, it's Woodson. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
The give to the back. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Trying to turn the corner on the right. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Navy will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first blowout, obviously, this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But, Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were 2 of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport. This is it right here.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. On the option. Now the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge and make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
This time they'll go to the running game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Inside the 25. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting this. Where you're fighting and come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Give to Brown. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Black Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The Black Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quarterback keeps it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Black Knights will try to pick it up on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Woodson. Fires to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the right. Can't get him to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Navy will have to punt it away. And just a spectacular punt. They'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. The Black Knights are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Sends it back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. First down and 10. Goes to the option. Finds some fresh air. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one...
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Army!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Give to the big fullback. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the air, it's Woodson. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pocket breaking down. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defense. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. He breaks a tackle. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Gilbert. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
With the catch, it's Gilbert. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snags it over the middle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around.
Oh, he's got some space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
He'll take it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Black Knights. And the route is on. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. But these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And here comes the Navy offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Navy! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. There he goes. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll give it to the back. Turns it on in midfield. It's a running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team. But this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Let's it fly. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And the pummeling has started.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hodges. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Navy will go back on the attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Navy will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Johnson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
That boy fast. Goodness gracious. When he pulls the ball down, he can go chew up yards so quick, just like a running back. Man, the speed is evident on that QB.
And you know, everybody likes to call him dual threat. I'd say just plain old threat. He is turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodgins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Woodson. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Here he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Big fullback's got it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. They'll try to run it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, he's got
some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilbert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Black Knights with the 1st and 10. Using his feet. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 45 on its way. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Good quickness to grab it off the balance. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points, you got the lead. Palmer, everything that they've dialed up so far, it seems like it's working just fine.
And you just feel for the defense on that play, too, because obviously they've been making mistakes, and they've given up a lot of big plays, and we've seen missed tackles. Finally, an opportunity maybe to get an interception, just some ray of hope or something to look back on positively in this game. And again, like you said, David, it just has not been their day today.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Got room to work. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Woodson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Perhaps you're not aware, the Army actually has more votes than the Navy, and today they also had more points. And as a result, they will celebrate a win in this rivalry game with the traditional sing second. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.